and I'm so excited that they're starting to like do stage sketch comedy. It's like blowing my mind. Everybody, put your hands together for Attack!
Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from the Republican Party of California, you know him as the Governator, the Eraser, and the Terminator. We give you Arnold Schwarzenegger, presenting tonight his theatrical rendition of the President of the United States. First, the founding father of the Republican Party, Abraham Lincoln.
7 years from now, I came from the future to kick some southern slaveholders' ass.
John F. Kennedy.
Ich bin ein Berliner. Wow, that was not hard to say at all.
Hillary Rodham Clinton's little lapdog, Bill Clinton.
Yeah, I'm such a douchebag. I had an affair in the Oval Office and he didn't even have an illegitimate child.
Well, anyway, this is the exam room where the magic happens.
There's a problem with this room.
There's a problem.
Yeah, I mean, just look at that. There's this whole stack of used hypodermic needles.
It's an artistic statement on the folly of man.
Why is it covered in condoms?
It's garnish.
Oh, I do love a good garnish. Right, yes. But no, that's not the problem. The problem with this room is it's not manly enough.
It's not manly enough.
Yeah, we gotta butch it up with it.
Gotta butch it up.
Yeah, how a nice picture of a sports car or something really manly like 2-man wrestling. Yeah.
Well, what if I showed you? I got this in my pocket. It kind of does that.
Ooh, a fold-out picture of bacon.
Yeah. That's Anyway,
yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
take it.
Yes.
That's
yes.
my pocket that you don't
okay.
touch. That's the one. Anyway, I'm gonna take your pulse real quick before the doctor sees you.
No, not like that.
Not like
You
that.
have to do it manly.
I have to do it manly.
Yeah, punch me.
You want me to punch you?
Yeah, right in the nuts.
Right in the nuts.
Yeah, tap that tank.
Tiger punch! How does that give me your pulse?
How should I know that, you penis-punching pervert?
Well, I certainly did not learn anything about this at medicine school. I am going to go fetch the doctor.
Wait. When do I pee in a cup?
We don't need a urine sample.
What? I've been collecting this for a month.
That's disgusting. Okay, the doctor will be...
What am I supposed to do in here?
Read a magazine?
Manly men don't know how to wait. What is this? You got magazines like Marie Calendar, and what is this? Men's Health and Soldier of Fortune,
fine.
Playboy.
Okay, I shouldn't, but you can have this for a little bit. I'm gonna want that back in one manly piece.
One manly piece.
All right.
Oh yes, delicious hot bacon. Yes, I'm gonna put you in my oven at 450 degrees and heat you right up. I'm gonna cut you into small little slices and add really small slices, and I'm gonna make you into like some sort of nutritional supplement. It's gonna have such small pieces of bacon, and I'm gonna have to get
Mr. Peterson.
Doctor, hello.
I heard my assistant had some trouble getting your pulse.
He did.
Pikachu!
Yeah, he did have a little bit of trouble with that. Yeah!
Silver! That's a manly pulse for both of us.
Yes.
Oh, looks like you wrote here. Have you been taking your penicillin?
I have. It really cleared up that BLT infection I had, so thanks for that.
Okay, good. And you've had lots of bacon over the last year. Have you been using protection?
Yes, I always put them in the sleeves. It's very sanitary.
Good. Okay, looks like we need some blood pressure work.
All right, let's check our blood pressure. Nope. Ah, yeah.
Good. 80 over 140.
Man.
No, I'm sorry if my assistant wasn't manly enough. Keep talking about that.
He had a weird photo on his possession.
Oh, no,
which I
no.
no longer have. If he wants that back, I don't have it.
Looks like we have to do your manly procedure check now.
But wait a second, because what exactly is going on with that bacon?
Oh. That's a photo of his wife.
He's married to the bacon? Oh, that
A
sucks.
naked photo of a piece of bacon he married.
Are they in an open relationship?
Let's talk about relationships later. I need you to bend over for a minute.
Alright.
This is gonna hurt.
Yeah! Silverhawk!
We at Attack would like you to know that getting a prostate exam is a good thing for men to do, regardless of whether they're manly or not.
Get it done.
Ladies and gentlemen, Arnold Schwarzenegger and the historical reenactment of the Presidents of the United States. Now, from some of the darker chapters of our history, we bring you Zachary Taylor.
Seriously, even I don't know anything I did.
Not to be confused with John Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler kicks Tippecanoe's ass and his little dog too.
And everybody's favorite lame duck, Millard Fillmore.
Yeah, what a goofy name I have, not like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
How about no more?
Okay, thanks everybody for watching. Good evening, we are Attack! Thank you. Tonight, we, Attack, would like to bring you, the audience, a piece of history. Centuries ago, Britain and France fought a shitload of wars. Of all the wars they fought, this was one of them.
King Henry, I beseech you, you must reconsider this course of action.
We will not. Agents of France have deliberately besmirched our honor and reputation. For that, Chancellor, there are consequences.
Oh, here is the French ambassador now.
Oh, Your Majesty.
Ambassador,
Chancellor Smallbottom. Trust you gentlemen are enjoying the fine weather today.
enjoying the weather.
I find it a bit brisk.
I find it a bit wibbly around the wobblies.
Is that one of your Charnette phrases?
Find it a bit hang-dogged, a bit low to the ground, if you catch my
One
meaning.
does seem to notice these things in winter, yes.
Yes.
Speaking of winter, I notice you have all your garments about you.
You seem very snug and reassured, sir.
Oh, what an odd comment to make. I assumed it was English custom to hang about all day.
It is an English custom to demand our pantaloons back when they've been taken.
I do not know the location of Your Majesty's pantaloons. I assure you, let me check. Uno, dos, cuatro. No, I do not know the location of Your Majesty's pantaloons, as far as you know.
You shall return our pantaloons at once, or we shall be forced to launch a counterattack.
A counter-attack!
But Your Majesty, I am sure you'll find any such counterattack to be quite ineffective, as any true Frenchman will refrain from wearing any such limiting.
Oh dear.
Was yesterday not laundry day?
It was indeed.
Well, perhaps Your Majesty has merely lost English pantaloons in the wash, and they will return again shortly.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. You shall return our pantaloons at once, or there shall be war.
War today, Your Majesty.
War tonight. Chancellor Snifflebottom Berries, what is the matter?
I have a recital tonight!
Oh, fine. War tomorrow.
Oh, but Monsieur, France has karate tomorrow.
Fine. We war on Monday.
On Monday!
Unfortunately, Monday wasn't good for me, so they went to war on Tuesday.
Tuesday.
As you can see, the War of the Pantaloons was one of the darkest times in British and French history. King Henry received grave wounds and had to be sent to the nurse's office, and France was sent into 1 week detention. Thank you. This has been Attack Rapiece Theater.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the Food Network's third installment of the Presidents of the United States as presented by Arnold Schwarzenegger, we present the Founding Fathers. All the way from Mount Vernon, presenting Martha's own George Washington.
Yeah, I cannot tell a lie. These are not wooden teeth. They are metal teeth, and they will tear a hole in the flesh of the British Empire.
America's first one-term wonder, John Adams.
Yeah, Washington was first, but the sequel will be even better because I have molten metal teeth.
And lastly, the man that brought you life, liberty, and mostly the pursuit of his own happiness, Thomas Jefferson.
When in the course of human events, it is sometimes necessary to take a big scoop of brown sugar. Good night, everyone.
They'll be performing suit again sometime. You should catch up with them. They're all very friendly guys. They love to talk to you. Okay, are you guys ready for something completely different? Yeah! This next act is an awesome storytelling act. He has done stand-up around town, and he's going to do an excerpt from his storytelling show, I believe. Is that true? Nope. He's going to do an excerpt from his upcoming show, so I'm going to leave the floor for Paul. Everybody put your hands together for Paul Barra!
Thank you. Screw it. Not part of the show. So I've cut way back on drinking lately. I just had to make a decision, just no more drinking on days that don't start with S. So like, I still totally gets fucked up on like Sue's Day and Thursday, but Mondays I'm, nothing. But I used to drink a lot when I was younger, and it led to the following: that by the time I got busted for driving drunk at age 25, I had already moved back in with my parents. And my mom was kind of suspicious that I was an alcoholic. And by kind of suspicious, I mean saying it to my face constantly. And we were just having arguments all the time. And so what happened with the DUI is I was at a house party with some high school friends, and I was just bored. Like, all we did was drink and talk about the past, and I'm like, all right, I gotta meet some new people. Guys, I'm going to the bar. And they go, Wade, are you okay to drive? And I go, I don't know. So we go outside, and I perform my own field sobriety test. Passed with flying colors. And we climb into the car, and we head out. Now, how drunk was I? Drunk enough to think there wouldn't be cops out in downtown Kirkland on Cinco de Mayo. But not so drunk that I think I could have got off with a warning, except for my drunk friends in the back seat calling the cop an asshole for pulling me over. So the next day I get home from jail, and my mom says, "Where's the car, Paul?" And I tell her what happened, and she screams, "I knew you would do something like this," and runs outside crying. And my dad looks at me and goes, "You proud?" And goes and joins her. So I go down to my room, because I'm keeping a journal that year, and wanted to record this day for posterity. And I open it, and it randomly opens to an entry from 2 weeks ago, where I read, quote, "Stop hanging out with your high school friends. All you do is drink and have remember when conversations. And stop driving drunk, you're gonna get caught." At which point I go, "Thanks, Paul, from 2 weeks ago. That is excellent advice." So when you get caught driving drunk, you gotta do 3 things before your court date. You have to go to a drug and alcohol counselor and lie. You have to go to drug and alcohol class. I highly recommend the one taught by the formerly homeless meth addict from Portland, who'd switched to heroin because meth was making him, quote, too jumpy. Because I got in the class, and he tells us all this, and he goes, "Yeah, now I work in a detox clinic." And I'm like, now I work in a detox clinic, and hepatitis ate my brain. So this 8-hour class is gonna be 2 hours. I'm like, right on, junkie sling blade. But I'm thinking this class is going to be total bullshit, because like they slide a form at me, and it's got like the cost of the DUI, the cost of this class, the cost of, everything, the cost of the lawyers. Like, all right, do some addition, find out how much this cost you. And I push it back like, I've done the math. For the cost of this DUI, I could have caught a cab to Philadelphia, bought medium shelf whiskey, I couldn't go crazy. And then still caught the same cab back to my home on Mars. So anyway, he goes through the class. It does take 2 hours. He did not lie. And at the end of it goes, all right, any questions? Raise my hand. Can you tell us fucked up stories about working in the detox clinic? And he goes, can I? And he tells the following story, which 6 years later is clearer to me than what happened last week. So this dude, alcoholic, is strapped down. He's detoxing. He's going through DTs. And he sees the following. 2 female fairies and 1 male fairy flying around his head. And the 2 female fairies are giggling. They're having fun. But the male fairy, he says, has a wide, toothy grin and crazy eyes. And he just keeps making eye contact as he floats around and around. And they land softly on his chest and start walking up. The 2 female ones giggling, pull open his mouth and pull out his tongue. And the male fairy, with the wide, toothy grin, leaps up, grabs a trident from behind its back, and stabs the dude through the tongue. He passes out to the taste of blood gushing down his throat, wakes up, he's totally fine. And everyone's sitting there just in shock, and I slowly reach out and grab the cost sheet and pull it back to me and erase the cost of this class. And I'm like, that was totally worth it, Junkie Sling Blade. Like, the other stuff was expensive, this is a write-off. And the last thing you gotta do before your court date is you have to go to the DUI victims panel, or as I came to know it, sad stories about physics. And that was actually the most important one, because this father was there, and by the time I got to the DUI victims panel, my mom and I had had so many arguments, we'd stopped speaking to each other. And there was this father there. His son had died in a drunk driving accident, and his son was the passenger. They got T-boned. And he told this story that just touched me. He said that, no matter how much this hurt, and would always hurt, he'd always have the last thing his son said to him before he left, which was, "I love you, Dad. You mean the world to me." And as I walked out of the class that night, I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about something the DUI counselor told me, which is, by the time you've been caught driving drunk, you've probably done it about 100 times before. And at the time I was like, that's bullshit. Yeah, I mean, you're lowballing it, but probably. So I thought, what's the last thing I'd want my parents to know? So I called him up, and my dad answered, and I said, put Mom on the phone. So they both get on. I go, guys, I know we've been having problems, but I just want you to know that if anything ever happens to me, that you mean the world to me, and that I love you. And there's a pause before my mom says, wow, Paul, are you drunk? Anyway, that's the story. Thanks, guys.
If you like what you saw, you can see more. He's doing a full show on March 30th. It's called Do I Ever Tell Anyone This Happened? You can get your tickets on Brown Paper Tickets, or you can just go talk to him, and he'll totally hook you up. He's a really, really nice guy. I've worked with him before. Okay, are you ready for something completely different from that? Yeah! This next guy, I'm gonna say his name correctly, but first I'm gonna tell you how much I like him. I have met him recently, and I went and saw his show, the Tiny Baby Talk Show, and I was really blown away by the intricacy of it. Like, it really blew my mind, and I was like overjoyed when he asked if he could be on the show today. He's gonna do he's gonna be a fantastic musician for you. And are you ready for a fantastic musician? Yeah! And let's put your hands together for Daniel DeRozier. Yeah! Daniel DeRozier!
Hello, sir. Hello. I'll be your table service for the day.
Oh, hi.
How's your afternoon going?
Oh, it's pretty good.
Excellent. All right. So tonight we have some excellent food, as well as some okay drink.
I'll have one food, please.
One food?
Yeah.
I'll be right back with that, sir. Yes, sir.
Could you make it 2 foods?
2 food? Yeah, no, we can make that. Yeah.
Cool, thank you.
Two foods for you, sir.
Oh, excellent. Thank you so much.
Yes, absolutely.
That looks good.
Only our finest foods. Sir.
Okay.
I'll be back to check on you in just a few.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. How is everything, sir?
Really weird.
Let me know if I can get you anything else, all right, sir?
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, enough fooling around. Time for some jokes. So I was driving in my car the other day and this lady cut me off and I was like, hey, don't cut me off. That's fine, you know what? Alright, it's fine, you don't have to laugh at that. You know why? Because you're already dead. This is a meat market, and you're already dead.
Daniel?
You're already
Daniel!
What?
Don't make me bring you back to the house.
I'm not going back.
I have the chloroform. I'll use it.
No.
Don't make me bring you back. Are you telling them they're dead?
They are though. They need to know that.
Are you telling them it's a meat market?
Well, there's beef everywhere. Don't you see it?
I'm gonna bring you back.
No, you're
I'm
not.
gonna bring you back.
No, you're not.
You're not dead. It's not a key market.
Slutty
Not
monkey!
either. Don't worry. Just have a great evening. Guys. Just.
Daniel, everybody!
I don't know what you have to say.
I'm so glad I brought you.
You keep talking.
I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. Okay, if you would like to experience more of the insanity, you have opportunities to do so. Daniel and the other guy was Daniel as well. I didn't know he was going to feature so prominently. They do a show every month called the Tiny Baby Talk Show. And it is at the Scratch Deli. They do this thing where they do kind of like what a talk show is, but they do it on this stage that is literally like this big, and they have a band and them and guests that they cram into this thing. It's a lot of fun, and you should totally check it out. It's next Saturday at Scratch Deli, so you should totally. I can heartily recommend that. This next act that we have coming up is totally different from what you just saw. Are you ready for something new? Me too. This next group is the Methodical Ensemble, and they are going to be doing an excerpt from their upcoming show that's going to be in March. It's part of MythFest, which is I'll tell you more about after you see it. But are you guys ready for some theater? Are you ready for some like myth-inspired theater? Are you ready? I'm ready! All right, let's see it!
So, you are the Trojan slut my husband has been betting.
Are you here to kill me now?
Fate demands it. So, you are the Trojan slut my husband has been betting.
Are you here to kill me now? Is that it?
Fate
Demands it?
Mockery? Mockery?
I'm not mocking you.
What?
But
What?
please. You don't have to do this. Really. There's no reason.
Plead for your life if you must, but the outcome will be the same. So,
Don't say it.
you dared?
What? Talk back to you? What have I got to lose?
I was told you Trojans are rude.
Who told you that, your husband?
Who do you think you are? You will not talk to me like that. I have avenged my husband, and now I will avenge. I will avenge.
What? What? Please. Tell me. Who are you going to avenge by killing me? I really want to know.
Don't know. But I am supposed to kill you. That's what all the plays and the poems and the etchings say.
I've seen it too. You know I'm psychic, right? I can see the future.
Right. I don't believe you.
Yeah. No one does. It's a thing.
Oh yes, you. False prophetess.
Not false. Cursed. Cursed.
We all want to be painted in a better light.
It's not vanity, it's the truth. I mean, I told them, I said, Greeks, hey, don't let the Trojan horse in the gates, and they'll light the flare with you, and then you see what happened.
Yeah. is how the story goes.
Yeah.
Has gone. We'll go. No, and then you arrive here with my husband. I kill him, and then.
Yeah! Awesome. Keep it going for them. So good. They are working on a full suite of one acts that they're going to be presenting at the Pocket starting in March. It's going to be on Fridays at 7 for 3 weekends. You should totally come check it out. It's plays that are either inspired by myths or modern retellings of myths. It's going to be really cool. We got like the sneak preview before everyone else gets to see it. So, it's almost all over. Great. So this next part of the evening is a ritual that we do every single whizARTbang, and the thing that it's called a gift swap. And the point of this is to get you guys to talk to each other, because I think that's important. So I am going to give, and it can be anything. The point of this, here, I'll give this. Okay, so I have this Pagliacci pizza slice card. Yeah, it has 6 stamps on it already. That's halfway to a free slice. Whoa. And I am gonna go to someone I don't know, and I'm gonna trade this with something of theirs. It can be anything. It can be a bus transfer. It can be anything. And we're just gonna tell the story of this thing. Does that make sense? So you're gonna find someone you don't know in this room, and you're gonna give them any physical kind of artifact that you can find. All right, break. Maybe you sit next to a new friend, who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen? I'm realizing I left the music on. I'll be right back. All right, how's everybody? Did everybody make a new friend? Good. I'm so happy that this is super tight. Oh my god.
That's what she
No, this is the right room for that. That is what she said.
Cool. Is this right? Is this good? Is this good? Where do you want it?
That was an accident. I feel gross
Is this it? Are we there yet? Okay.
Just stop.
Cool. All right. I had the wonderful fortune of earlier this month. Yeah, it's changing gears really abruptly. The transmission is totally fucked now. I had the wonderful pleasure of earlier this month seeing Abby Grace. Is this Abby? Everybody. Her show that she toured on the Fringe, and it was a storytelling / folk music show. All about myths, which is really interesting.
Yes.
You guys
we
should
did.
Okay, good.
We hooked up.
That's really
It was
important
awesome.
to me.
You were fantastic.
And I was really blown away. She's a fantastic singer, and I'm really excited to hear some more stuff from her. So please open up your hearts and get excited for Abby Grace, everybody.
Thank you. I'm gonna adjust that a little bit. The smart thing will be to walk away, but my heart says to stay. There's still more here to explore, even if it's not safe. But I can see some tenderness beneath your wild ways, and I can see a gentleman beneath your claws and face. like to think you got a clockwork heart that you locked away for good, and made yourself invulnerable to the pain of the outside world. But I can see your flesh and blood beneath that hardwired shell, and I can see you still need love, even if you fooled yourself. And I'm here to wake you from this spell. There's no tricks, no traps, no games, no desire to clip your wings. No real love has no strings attached. We don't have to go alone to prove that we are strong. Haven't we done enough of that? Smart thing would be to walk away, but my heart says to stay. There's still more here to explore, even if it's not safe. But I can see some tenderness beneath your wild ways, and I can see a gentleman beneath your claws and fangs. And I'm here to break you. Oh, I'm here to wake you. Oh, I'm here to break you from this curse. And then you said you liked this one, Clayton, so I'm gonna do this one for you. I just really hope the next act is happy. You built a hearth around my heart, tended the flames to keep it warm. Against the coldest winter wind, against the coldest winter wind. But even the smallest spark dreams of the inferno, though you might contain it. You know that you can save it. You built a place where I can stay and watch the passage of the days. A haven where I feel safe. A haven where I those things that you do. Wild things, baby. Wild things belong to the wild. Belong to the wild.
Good?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Everybody can put your hands together. That was really, really good. I'm so glad you're here. I'm like really glad you're here. You make us all look better because you're here. Thank you for being here.
I don't know if my ego needed that.
No, it did. I open it up. This is a pump, everybody. It's not just me doing weird things. Anyway, if you want more, and I can tell you that the rest of it is all also just fantastic, you should go online. And I have these cards here that she has given to me that you can download her whole album. Is that for free? Is that true?
It's pay what you want on Bandcamp.
Pay what you want, and you should pay her like $100 because I almost cried. Like, I'm not gonna lie about that. That's like a real thing that just happened.
So I'm not an audio engineer, but
Yeah.
I was broke, so I engineered the whole thing.
I'm sure it's gonna be great.
So
So you're working with good material.
Thank you.
In any case, she's got shows coming up. When's your next show?
my next show is March 1st, and it's at Vortex Music and Movies. It's a little record store.
Yeah. So you should check it out. These cards. I'm just gonna give it to you, and you're gonna hand one and pass it. How's that sound? Does that sound
And if we
good?
run out, I have like way more too.
Yeah,
So.
there's plenty of them. So don't take two.
Give them to your friends.
Give them to your friends. Anyway, thank you so much. Go ahead. It'll be fun. They don't need a microphone. You don't need a microphone, do you guys?
No.
Drop your green around. Okay, cool. So this next group that's coming up is one of my my one artist love in my life is sketch comedy, and especially like staged sketch comedy. And this next group that is coming up is one of my favorite local groups. They have like gone from like 0 to 60 in the past year and a half, and their material just blows me away every time I see it. And I'm feeling really emotional. I'm so glad.
We love it too.
No, I'm just so glad that you're all here. Like this show like really means a lot to me, and I'm really glad that you guys came out. Yeah, I'm feeling it. That's weird. I'm not here.
Let's go with it.
You're here.
Let's go with
This
it.
is very
Just
nice.
go with it.
Let it happen.
Let it happen.
In any case, I'm really excited to bring this one of my favorite sketch comedy groups up to the stage. Please put your hands together for Drop Through Beer and Run, everybody!
You're not my doctor!
That's correct.
Yeah!
You're Dr. White's patient.
Yeah! I'm gonna go back to her office.
I've grown 5 inches.
Yeah!
Dr. Kim.
Oh, Miss Blackfield, please, don't sit in these chairs.
Nice to see you again.
Ah, Tyler's got a little bit of a cough, does he?
Yeah, it's worse at night.
Tyler, why don't you hold this glass of water for me? Does he have any fever or chills or anything
No,
like
not that I
that?
saw.
Like, does he, sweat at night or anything like that?
Yes, yeah, I have been noticing that.
Water! Tyler, water!
Any cough or
Yeah, he's been coughing things up.
Tyler, water! Water!
any runny nose or
A little bit, but he seems to...
Water! Tyler, water!
Very good. See, that wasn't so bad, was it? Miss Blackfield, I'm going to need to talk to you over here for a moment.
Sure. Stay here, sweetie.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Oh no.
See, little Tyler's about to be eaten by a giant hedgehog.
A hedgehog?
Yes, a giant one, to be specific.
Isn't there anything you can do for him?
I'm afraid the only thing I can offer him is to bury him in some kind of hidey hole deep underground. I can help you dig one if you want.
Are you sure that will work?
Miss Blackfield, in my long storied career as a pediatrician, I've buried hundreds of children in the empty lot outside my office, and none of them have ever been dug up and eaten by giant hedgehogs.
Well, that's an impressive record, Dr. Kim, but I think I'm going to want a second opinion.
Very well. Dr. White, second opinion, please. I'll be right outside.
Hi.
Hi, Mrs. Blackfield?
Yeah, that's right, Dr. White.
All right, well, what seems to be the trouble?
Well, we came in because Tyler had a cough, but Dr. Kim seems to think he will be imminently eaten by a giant hedgehog, so...
All right, well, let's check this out.
Yeah.
Hi, Tyler. I'm just going to give you a quick examination, okay? Just going to have you breathe in and out.
Dr. Kim didn't even touch him.
Yeah. And again? All right. Thank you, Tyler. I'm just going to go talk with your mom real quick, okay? Good job, buddy. Over here. Well, I've examined him. He seems very healthy overall. In my medical opinion, I don't think he's going to be eaten by a giant hedgehog.
Oh, thank goodness.
It seems more like a marmot.
Would you say a giant marmot?
Oh, absolutely. Like 20, 30 feet standing upright.
Well, that is troubling. Would you suggest burying him, possibly?
Okay, I've heard of burial being used in these kind of cases, but I actually prefer sealing them inside a giant mason jar. I think the fun marmots are actually pretty good at digging, but with the jars, they don't really have the dexterity.
Is that safe?
Mrs. Blackfield, I keep every jar personally in my own collection in a cabinet in my office, watch it the whole day. Very secure.
Okay, I think that I might just wait a couple of days and see if it clears up on its own.
I'd really like to see him in one of those jars.
Well, if you think that's best.
Excellent. All right, well, let's just go on add him to the collection. Come on.
You're not my doctor! Yeah.
Space bear floating in outer space. Space bear frozen up there in space. Space bear always dreamed of going to space. But Space bear never learned about protective space suits. Space bear stuck into the exhaust panel on a Russian rocket. And Space bear suffered third-degree burns and hypothermia during the takeoff. Space bear survived until he left the upper atmosphere. And Space bear
That was my favorite sketch that they ever do, ever. So that brings us to the end of the show tonight. I am so grateful that all of you made it out here. I hope that you had a wonderful time at this variety show. The best way that you can spread that kind of the love that we felt tonight is telling people that you had a good time at this variety show and tell them to contact me and we'll put them up here. And then maybe next month at in exactly a month from today, on the 15th of March, we'll do this again and it'll be a lot of fun. And I would love to see you all there. But until that time, I think you should probably go downstairs and get totally drunk. Does that sound good? All right. Thank you so much for coming. A round of applause for Paul Barak and Attack and Methodical Drama, Abby Grace, and the audience that came out, and the mystery one, Daniel DeRozier.